Hello there, and welcome back to Completely Average Gaming, and welcome back to Planet Coaster and to Brightwood Park. This is today we're going to be working on sort of a winni, which is sort of like the eye catcher, much like the Cinderella Castle in Disney, and it's going to be sort of futuristic. I've tried to take some inspiration from a picture I found online, which I go off script eventually. Let's just put it that way. But I have linked to the picture in the comment section below. So if you want to see what it's all about, you know, go ahead and check that out. It doesn't really look like it when we get towards the end here, but you know, I gave it a fair shot, did my best. And then the success factor can be discussed. But yeah, the video or the structure that you see in front of you here is gonna take quite a while. I think I have to spend about 4 or 5 hours just working on it to the point where I'm at right now after the video. And yeah, it's a tough sell. It takes quite a lot of effort, and especially for me, this is not something that I am particularly good at, so it was a struggle all the way, trying to get things to look remotely right. But I do think it turns out decent enough. It's not really done yet when we're at the end of the video, but you get sort of the idea of it. And I figured I'd put down the base structure in today's video, and then later on we can sort of like put the finishing touches on it, and that will probably not be a whole video. And if it requires enough work for it to be a whole video, I'll do a little here and a little there, and then eventually it will be done. As for the use of so many art pieces, I think at the end of this video we're about 2,000 art pieces in, or pieces in, and most of that is art pieces. And when you use so many art pieces in arches and such like this, you really end up with a very chunky, very pixelated image, or very pixelated structure. And that's really not part of the plan here. This should have been smooth as silk. But, I just don't know how to do that. Plain and simple. But yeah, I think, everything helps. And when you zoom out, it does look decent enough, I would say. Or at least you don't see the pixelated construction, lack of better terms for it. But yeah, I do this in a very time-consuming and difficult way. And when I get towards the end here, I realize, holy smokes, there's a lot easier way to do this. Why the heck didn't I do this before? Because the structure is going to start growing exponentially at some point here, compared to what it does now. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see how that turns out. As for the video itself, it's 3 different clips. They are about 2.5 hours or so put together of video, and there's also some cuts where things happen off camera, because I figure, if I finish the side we're on right now, then you probably don't really need to see me struggle for ages on the other side as well. I'm trying to make it somewhat interesting, So yeah, the first part here is coming towards its end, but as we move along, you'll hopefully get a idea of what we're trying to make, or more or less at least, and hopefully also see the similarities to the structure that I took inspiration from. I kind of feel bad saying I took inspiration from it, because it really doesn't look like it at all. It captures the same sort of futuristic type of feeling, but it's really not even close to a lookalike. Although, you know, that was the initial intention, and then I just decided there's no way I'm gonna make this happen the way it's supposed to, so I'm just gonna, you know, go off script. As for, you know, the continuation of this park and the Planet Coaster videos and such, I think we will have to just accept the fact that it's not going to be as frequent or as much as it is right now, because I quite frankly won't have the time for that. I wish I did, but I don't. And it's probably not going to be as time-consuming a project as this one in the future either, because this, as mentioned, it takes forever to finish. And as much as I enjoy playing a coaster, at some point you reach a point where it's very much just copy paste of the task you did before, which is here. And sometimes you just want to do something else, you know, something different, something that does not have to do with a square little cube to do. Because you know, that gets tiresome eventually. But luckily you can just switch over to making a ride, or you know, constructing a normal house or something like that. This structure will be sort of like a I'm not really sure how to put it, like a garden monument type of deal. That's in the park. It will just be a structure that you look at, but in reality, I would have imagined it being a recreation of a housing project that would have been blown up from what it is in the park, of course, because it was larger, either larger or smaller. Probably larger though. In real life, you'd probably be able to fit quite a few people in there. You know, comfortable housing for everyone. But yeah, this is going to be the front, more or less all of the front of the structure is going to be visible in just a little bit. Some of it won't. Some of it will come in the next clip, which we're about to jump to. No, we just jumped. Sorry. My bad. I do struggle with the top windows there, because they really don't end up looking good no matter what I do. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make that look more accurate, more right. Because I wanted it to become a full arch that would meet in the top, but the windows are too large for that, so that didn't become a thing, unfortunately. But yeah, if you have any thoughts at any point on how this could be improved for the future, or how, you know, I could do this better, how I could improve the structure itself, be sure to let me know in the comment section. I do believe that there's a lot of potential here for a great structure, and I think a lot of people could have made it look a lot better than I did. But I'm me. I do think it turns out pretty good though. I mean, it's definitely one of the structures in a project I'm more happy with that I've made myself. But of course, you know, we all have our skill sets in life. I think I'm better equipped for the part of Planet Coaster that isn't really a part of Planet Coaster anymore. It sits in there somewhere, in the code somewhere. But that is, of course, the business aspect of it, where, you know, you make sure you make money. A lot of people would have an ease at that at the moment because of the way the AI works, and a lot of people focus a lot we're very heavily on the scenery and making things look good, and that's what the peeps like as well. And since they like that, they will come to where that happens. But so in that regard, sure, people, everyone is, or more or less everyone at least, is pretty good at the business aspect as well of playing a coaster, I suppose. Luckily for me, the Lincolnians don't really, or the Planko folks aren't really that good at spotting whether or not it looks good or not. Because if they did, then I would be out of a job. Luckily, I don't design Planko stuff for life, for work, because then I would already probably be out of a job. But yeah, we're about to come to another clip here. I think I'll just leave you guys with the music for that one, and then I'll come back and greet you as we're done with the time lapse. So thank you so much so far for watching, and enjoy the rest, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so let's just go quickly through what we've done. We've done nothing out here, but I find it nice to start by the entrance to the park. However, this is, of course, the structure that has been built. It lacks a lot. Like the sides here and the insides, especially the insides, are very empty at the moment. In due course, some of that will be changed and fixed so as to make it look a little bit more alive. But it is a start, and it is sort of the skeleton of the structure. This side here is more or less done, apart from, of course, the detailing and such. This side on the behind that tree right there is nothing. So that needs to be addressed as well once we get there, basically. But yeah, that's about it for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to smack that like button. If you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, or questions, be sure to fling those down in the comment section. Possibly you might have some ideas on how to finish off the structure or how to improve upon it. Fling that down there as well. And if you haven't already and you watched this far, why not go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as more of this stuff will happen. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, cheerio.